What do you get when you mix together one of New Zealand's top social media stars with a Paula Bennett impersonating comedian and an award-winning director?
It's a comedy, it's a drama.
That was good.
What would you do if you really saw aliens?
I actually filmed this movie over about 3 years. Well, I noticed, like, Jimmy walks through a door and then, you know, and then his face changes because he aged 3 years as he walks through the door.
Shit.
Yeah, so this is a self-funded film. You know, I had a lot of trouble actually getting a film underway previously to this, so as soon as that happened, I was like, oh, the next film I'm doing, I don't need no third party telling me whether I can make this movie or not. I'm going to go make it myself. I don't care how hard it's going to be. I'm just going to make sure it's going to happen, and I want to do it my way.
My character, Riko, pretty much myself, like in real life, just younger. Quite a popular guy, you know, quite a humble guy. You know, he's their man. Well, like, he's from a small town. He doesn't have a mum or dad. Anyways, I live with my nan. Just us two. She's a bit crazy and stuff, but aren't all nans crazy?
Bro, you need to relax, all right? So how I ended up in this movie was quite a funny story, actually. I was helping a friend of mine, Mel, that I knew, with a casting. So she needed to audition for a character that was going to be engaging with Jimmy. So it was really interesting for me because that was a chance for me to meet Shay and just understand what his project was. And from the outset, I immediately said that I'd be keen to get involved in any way possible.
The characters in the Alien Addiction are all flawed quite heavily. I didn't want any great people that you love. I wanted them all to just be a bit twisted and crazy, and that's the kind of adventure this is. You know, it's the best and the worst of us.
Peter's he's so much fun to play. I've always kind of enjoyed playing villainous people. He's just his kind of motivation is so clear and direct.
And I've drawn all these things that you'll see in the movie from real life, you know, from real people, and, you know, accentuated things. Laughter is key to life. And I think it's really important. And some people like Jimmy make people laugh, you know, and it's good.
The amazing thing is that you got this film made. How hard is that in New Zealand? A massive feature film like this, let alone a sci-fi.
I agree. Riko.
What the fuck? You can speak this whole time?
We have just recalibrated our communication system.
Oh, shit. Fuck, what is that? Oh, can you change your voice? Because you, like, sound Australian, like.
It's really awesome the way we film because the crew is so small, so you don't feel as much pressure. You can be a bit more relaxed doing it. And Shay's manning the camera as well. So he sees exactly what he wants. And he's kind of giving you direction between each takes. And it's so much fun to do lots of kind of creeping around. And I kind of have the soundtrack playing in my head, so I hope there's a lot of atmospheric music playing, but we'll see how it goes. Hello. So there's kind of lots of fun scenes to play. Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna need 2 videos, okay? First one, I want it kind of grainy, kind of what is it? You know, and the second one, I want no orifice spared, okay? I want the full body, okay? Absolutely everything.
So it's basically just me and Ahan acting together, and he's just so wonderful, just so kind of sweet and dedicated and not kind of jaded by life. So it's great to just kind of be around his energy, and he tries really, really hard too.
I, Peter Mackintosh, have proven once and for all that we are not alone.
Peter's role is kind of the villain, and he's a very odd villain. Maybe this is kind of new. When Thomas came in and read the lines, I was like, holy cow, this guy's amazing.
Fucking leaders, slam the door, gone. If she wants to end it, I'm cool with that, eh? Over it. Hashtag slut.
Where did you meet the aliens? Where'd you meet the aliens? Come on.
The what?
The aliens, you know, the people from the outer space, you know, the aliens, the extraterrestrials, come on.
And he was a bit different to what I thought. I was thinking of a kind of older guy with maybe with a beard or something. So I actually adjusted the character for Thomas, and just he was a bit more. He did a great kind of creepy guy.
Well, obviously he's a Alientologist, if that's even a word. Yeah, he's a freak. He'll do anything to have proof that alien life exists. He's actually quite scary. He's actually quite scary, the things he does, because he doesn't care about anything but aliens.
Thomas was great to have on board. He's quite seasoned. Kind of like he was the most qualified out of the crew, I guess. No! It's a self-funded film. Some of the issues with that is I had to earn money to pay for the film to be made, so I had to work double as hard. I'd shoot a lot of music videos, and then I'd come back with the little bit of money I had from them, and somehow shoot another block of the film. And it was really, really hard. But for those moments when we were filming and we were out of our comfort zone, we're out of Auckland where most of us live, and we're in these small little towns filming. That was some of the coolest experiences I've ever had filming. The unity you get from having a crew around you, of good friends, and we all became really good friends. We'd finish filming for the day. I'd be sitting on my laptop getting all the footage off, and the crew would sit around and play cards and laugh and stay up late, and we just had such a cool time.
I'm the white G, the white moldy, the fancy. I be slaying it, be lyrically. I'm the GIB and no BIG. Little bit juicy though, with a juicy flow. You know that it's actually so juicy though, like juicy fruit, the gum that you chew, the shit that you spew. It's like when you're gonna be freaking drinking a lime brown. Man, what can you do?
A very small crew. The tightness of the unit is really good. Like everyone works together. There's minimum amount of downtime. There's always that repoing. Everything is a lot quicker because you don't have to organize a lot of people to do it. They do their job and then they do everything else. It's very fluid movement and it works really good. It's amazing to work on a very well-oiled machine. And I put that down basically to Shay's experience of doing music videos and just fast turnover, just it has to get done, and it has to get done at a very high level. And he's amazing. He'll work the cameras, direct the actors, reposition the lights, drive vehicles. Basically at the same time, he's working the camera, driving a car, or he's everywhere doing everything. All this talent in one package is quite unique. And the more money you have, the more things you have to deal with. The less money you have, the more creative you have to be with what you have. The crew dynamic is, I'm sure, I don't know, you probably ask Shay, you could probably always use 10 more people, but I think he's doing a good job with what he has.
It is set in sort of South Waikato. Atiamuri is a small town where it's actually set, and then we based ourselves a lot out of Mangakino, which is another little town down the river there. And it's a beautiful little area, and it's kind of, the main highway just drives through, and you kind of get a glimpse for a moment, but everyone just sort of keeps going. I think one day I turned off and drove down a road there, and I was like, I quite like this little area, because just the forestry around there is amazing. They've all planted there, and they chop all the trees down and stuff, but it's just got such a mood to it, and a really cool look to it.
Filming down at Waitahi, which is where my whānau are from, and it is actually my whānau's house. It's where my mum grew up. So it was really, really cool to go and film there. The coolest thing, well, not so cool, is that the house is going to be demolished, but the cool thing is that this will be on film, so all of the whānau will still be able to see the house, and the memory is going to live on.
Yeah, so it's been really interesting working on a New Zealand piece, because mainly the people that we've been working with, it's just been nice seeing all of New Zealand, so all the drives that we've been doing around some beautiful remote parts of New Zealand and seeing some lovely places and some really unique weather as well, so it's made it interesting. Yeah, just seeing our country and using our language, so our style of humour, it's been made it really easy.
I'm the one who discovers the aliens, and I don't really I don't really freak out or anything. I friend them, they become my good mates and stuff like that. Weird things happen, arguments, drama, fights, excitement, adventures. It's a really buzzy movie. Yeah, there's never been aliens like this before.
So the costumes were a labour of love. We had to get fitted head prosthetics, and then a costume design that kind of said that was humanoidly familiar but distinctly different from sort of normal human stuff. I got cast as one of the aliens, and Shay was still searching for a second alien. And so Mel's ended up getting the job. And Mel's was significantly pregnant. We fit the costume based on this new concept of a little pot belly to to incorporate the natural aesthetic of the performer, of Mel. So I ended up having a wee tummy under my suit, and then, halfway through the shoot, baby Cruz arrives, and then after that, Mel also has a fake tummy. So the part of the design was really influenced by Mel's pregnancy. The heads themselves are heavy latex, and the breathing, and like you put that thing on, and after a couple of minutes there's like condensation and sweat, and everything's all just dripping around, and so you basically have to have someone on standby, so when there's a cut or a camera change, a reposition or something, and we zip it up, pick it up, get some breaths in, and then bring it down, suck it up, and then
that were kind of like odd, and then we put our heads, shoulders back, and put our stomachs out, and then there we had the alien walk with these kind of big stomachs, and we thought, great, let's just do that. And if we're still filming with the aliens later on, we'll just put pillows in there to go where the baby bump was.
Shay ended up coining this phrase, pigeon lizard, sharp, kind of static movements that weren't really natural. Shay would be directing, he'd be like, okay guys, pigeon lizard, pigeon lizard.
Yeah, pretty much acting's not easy, man. Like, come on, think about this. Like, when I see the aliens in the movie, I gotta pretend like that I actually just saw aliens. Like, really? Like, in real life, like, I actually just, how fucking hard that shit is? To pretend that you actually just saw aliens in real life? Because come on, what would you do if you really saw aliens? Later, boat. There would be no movie. I'd be gone to. Like, come on. Like, but I actually had to pretend that aliens were real, and that was hard as. Like, I had to pretend that I was on drugs at one point. There's this one bit of the movie where I get drugged, and I speak like this and stuff, and I mastered it now. I'm pro as now. That's how I know I'm mean at acting, and that's what I learned from this movie, man.
Yeah, definitely the hardest part of this film was just financing it myself. And the other big lesson I learned was just continuity was really hard. We don't have big budgets, so to make a scene look how you want it is quite difficult. For instance, we would go shoot at this house, Riko's house, and I'd come back 3 months later to go film some pickup shots or extra little bits that we missed. The whole plantation behind the house is changed from a full crop of corn or something to just now it's brown dirt.
And then when you've taken these amazing shots and you get all these beautiful pictures, and then you might find out that someone's mic was rustling under their jacket, and you won't get this until afterwards. So then you've got to go back and revisit that scene and fix whatever problem that is, and that's half the fun of it, because when you go back and you do a bit of ADR or something like that, the voice work that you're doing it's adding to the character that you've already built. So you're not only getting the physical performance that you did at the time, you're also getting this added on element of looking back at it after with hindsight, then rethinking the situation and adding more emotion to your voice and your intonation. There was a lot of things that we figured out along the way that we had to fix and change, and we encountered a whole lot of difficulties as you're going to do with anything.
You've never seen anything.
I seen an eyeball in the toilet. It was swimming around in the toilet. It swam up, looked at me, and then swam away again.
You saw an eyeball in the toilet. Are you serious?
I thought, this would be a really great opportunity to try and get into a role that was significantly different from what I'd done in the past. So I've trained as kind of like a normal person acting, and so doing something completely alien was quite attractive to me.
It was raw. It was beautiful. It was like I say, a bunch of people working together to create something, and there was a lot of experimenting and a lot of things that weren't necessarily by the book, but we always figured out a way to get the shots done. And like I say, there was always a bit of improvisation, and that's, I think, what made some of the beautiful shots that we got, because we didn't know a lot of the time exactly how we were going to nail everything, and so we had to take that Kiwi ingenuity idea and use that to get things done, and that's why having Shay on board with, I mean, he was the stable mind. Me and Jimmy were doing a lot of, you know, enjoying ourselves while filming, whereas Shay had to keep his focus and actually keep things running along. So even though we'd all be trying to face challenges in our own way, he was the stable mind that actually managed to actually get the shots done and to get the job finished.
Who's always had your back? Eh? You got shit-faced the blue goat. I could have fucking uploaded that.
This has kind of been the funnest job, I think. You can kind of just be... You're allowed to just kind of have fun. That's your job, which is great.
The film, it's an adventure. It's about getting high. I think what Shay's done is created like a really deep metaphor here for getting high. So it's not necessarily about what you get high on. It could be anything.
I've been doing all the sound and the editing myself, and you know, it's taken, can't even add up the hours. It's too long, too many hours. It's finally coming together. At one point, it's just going to go, okay, that's it. You know, it is what it is. Keep polishing something, but it's still a thing. So
yeah, some of the great bits about working on a orchestral score like this is you really get into the traditional or old school way of scoring a film, where you're thinking about what does the oboe mean, what does the bassoon mean, how in what part of the film, and how does it pertain to the characters. So it's really satisfying. When you're working with an orchestra or a mini orchestra, you get to expand on these themes and give them different colours. It's great because it's kind of got this juxtaposition with kind of like Jimmy's comedy, and it really gives you that kind of traditional John Williams adventure classic orchestral score.
That bomb was ruthless, G.
Yeah, so there's lots of people that have sort of given a lot of their time to this film. Yeah, I really appreciate all their hard work, and I know that they got a lot out of it anyway, and that's why we just kept going. A friend of mine, Andrew, who also helped out a lot on this film, he owns this old abandoned dairy factory. He had a forest that his relatives owned that we could use to put our spaceship in. I don't know if the film would have been anywhere near close to what it is without Andrew coming on board. He also built the UFO. Another person, Grant, who came in and did the exterior, he did a great job of painting it and designing it.
My boy, Ruthless Rabbit! I'll tell you all about it.
No, I don't really want to know about it, but hey. So he's my best mate in the movie. He's the white token, you know. He's white as. He's like white as. He's a typical white guy that tries to be like cool, but he is cool. He's a good dude. He always fucks up a lot though. But he plays my best mate. I'm always there for him. He's always there for me. He's the first one I tell about these aliens, you know? Like, come on, I go to my best mate, I'm like, bro, I got fucking aliens as boys. And he's like, whatever. And then I show him, and then he buzzes out hard.
He's got this great voice. The mics pick him up from like, you know, you can have a mic miles away and it sounds like he's this close to the mic. He's got this radio voice.
The base of Rabbit's character was based off how he reacted with Riko. So in terms of his submissiveness and his, you know, the times when he'd stand up for himself and the times he'd stand up to especially to Riko, was the interesting part in what defined him, I think, because he was obviously Riko's big follower, but at the same time it was all about the way that he changed, helped, or, you know, annoyed Riko. That was the part that fueled all of his emotions and his actions.
He's like a troublemaker. He means well, but he gets up to a lot of antics. He's had a bad past. Throughout the film, he actually tries to sort of redeem himself by doing something honourable.
Really, really creative cast, especially Jimmy, being our main actor. He's really, well, you know what he's like. You've seen him on social media.
He's got amazing energy, never runs out of humour, off camera, on camera, and he's a natural talent. Like he's one of those 1 in a million natural talent guys.
I don't know, I love acting. I didn't even know that I loved acting till I just started making my own videos, you know? You know, like that Vine, you know how I started? If you know me, I started from Vine.
Bro, do you reckon you can take us to the bank? It's about to close it. Bro, I got like no gas, G. It's just down the road, cunt. Bro, I can't, cunt. It's low as. Fuck, I'll get you a fee. Yeah, bro, KFC. Yeah, I thought you had fuck all gas. Bro, don't you worry, we'll make it.
I actually didn't even know I was good at acting until someone said in my comments like, fuck, he's actually pretty good at acting, eh? You know? And then I like watched my videos, I was like, hard. And I was like, hard. I was like, man, I'm mean as at acting.
I really enjoy working with Shay. He kind of is a one-man band kind of filming, which I really like. It's kind of going back to grassroots, which I think is really important for the film industry, is to start utilising what's around you, use the resources and just go out hard and film. And as Shay's done, he's written a script, he's just gone off and done it on his own, and I think that's, and brought in us as well. But I think that's really important to keep that kind of filming traditional, keep it alive, keep doing it.
Was really something that I actually was also another thing that drew me to the project, because I had seen him from afar. I'd seen a lot of his music videos, and I just sort of was like, you know, just quietly in the background impressed with what he could do. I saw, you know, how he worked, what kind of gear he utilised, how he worked with his people, and when I saw that he was making this movie, I thought, you know, if there's anyone that's going to make a movie and do a good job of it, it's going to be Shay. Just his work ethic and his ability to gel a unit and to get on with a job at the same time as you kind of feel very relaxed about it. He doesn't give away any stress levels if there are any. So it's really awesome to work with.
But yeah, Shay's the man. Honestly, when I first met him, I didn't expect him to be this good. Like when I first saw the teaser trailer, I was like, fuck, this is me. But you know, he won't stop, you know, when he's filming and you're doing your scene. He'll do how many takes till you get that best bit, you know, and he'll push it out of you, and you'll do it. You'll get that one scene and you kill it, and you'll be like, that's it, done. That's it, that was it. And he'll do that, and that's when you know you fucking killed that scene. He made me realize, not only that, he makes you, like the angles, the way he films everything, the type of director that he is.
Why are you still here?
Why are you still here?
This is my house. Did you take a shit?
No, I'm just checking the paint.
She's crack up. Yeah, she's crack up as man. She's good. She's really good. She is really good. No one could have played her role better than JoJo.
And I want a flaming red ringer burger.
Do you want breast or thigh?
I want breast.
See, what I like about her is the fact that how our scenes actually work so well. Like, and even off set, we could argue and come back, just spit jokes at each other, spit punchlines, and just roast each other on the spot. And then Shay would actually just start filming while we're doing it, you know, because that's pretty much what we did in the movie.
You're lucky you cooked me some eggs.
You're lucky you referenced another motherfucking movie.
And it's exactly like, even if I saw it right now, I'm like, what the fuck? What are you doing here? I thought Shay replaced you. You know, straight up, you know? And then she'll probably say the same thing back. But fuck yeah, she's dope.
What the fuck? No.
I really just wanted to make a movie that I would enjoy. Something a bit different, something kind of a bit twisted. This crazy movie, you know, it was 4 years ago since I wrote it, so if you're inspired by something locally, then you should go make that, I think, first. So yeah, I just look forward to seeing it and hearing their response. You know, it's going to be, some people are going to love it. I think. Some people may not. I'll be happy when it's done. to be honest.
You put it side by side with anything else you're going to see on your movie and it'll stand up.
Get out there and watch Alien Addiction. It'll be a joyous romp. I'm really looking forward to seeing it. I think it'll be really entertaining.
So shout out to everybody in Alien Addiction. Shout out to just the two people behind the camera right now. Shout out to myself. Yo, shout out to myself. Shout out to everybody, you know, I love it. I mean, it's the first movie I've ever done. Couldn't be happier to be in it. The fact that I'm like the main character, so. Yeah, shout out to everybody. I love everyone. And I love this movie. You know, I haven't wanted to see a movie so bad. You know, when you're in a movie, you want to see that movie better than any other movie. Even if they made like a Godfather 4. You'd still want to see this movie more. Well, I would. If you don't really care, but you need to watch it anyway. Cheers, buddy.
I hope you enjoy Alien Addiction. It's been a long, hard road making this film, but it's here for you. It's a comedy, it's a drama, it's a fantastic journey, and it's a twisted journey. Like, I don't think anyone's ever seen anything like this.
Other than that, let's enjoy the movie, eh?
So enjoy Alien Addiction.